If you just like weird aliens and shooting them with weirder weapons, then this might be the game for you.
I'm Rhys Vanderwarden, and I'm one of the two directors of Effort Star.
Yeah, I'm Ned. I'm the other director of Effort Star, and I'm a game designer.
Basically, Enter the Chronosphere is a turn-based real-time action roguelite with a bullet hell element. So you either move, or you reload, or you fire your weapon. And while you do that, a short amount of time progresses, and you'll see like all the enemies, what they're going to do next. So they might be aiming a gun at you, they might be about to move out of the way, and in addition to that, there's bullets that are paused in the air. So you get to decide, it's like, all right, cool, should I reload now? It's like, no, if I reload, I'm going to get hit by that missile that's flying towards me. So maybe I'll do a dodge roll, I'll reload where it's safe, or maybe I'll use an item that throws a shield up. The outcome of this is we can have these like very complicated, dangerous environments, but the player's never really under a lot of immediate stress. They can stop when it gets hard, and they can say, okay, what's the best thing I can do now? It allows us to give you a lot of actions you can take because you have time to consider them. But then the flip side of that is because the game's basically running in real time and you can act as quickly as you want to, if you keep moving, you're essentially playing a real-time game. So you really control the flow, and you'll see like different players will play very slowly and cautiously, or other players will play it as if it's a real-time game, which can bite them in the ass.
There are days when I want to play something strategically and carefully, and then there are days when I want to completely send it. Even for a single player, having the ability to kind of mix up the pace of gameplay is like pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny as well, like being nominated for innovation. Like I understand the game's very, very different. It's interesting how that has kind of just emerged from this seed of an idea as well. It's not like we set out like we're going to make the most different, groundbreaking gameplay experience ever, right?
No, we just followed the fun from that seed, really.
But yeah, it's super flattering, and particularly to be nominated for 2 awards, so innovation and gameplay. I had been sitting on this idea for probably a decade. My original idea was that every action has like a time cost. So reloading a rocket launcher might take like 10 ticks, but firing a single pistol shot would be 1. And very quickly, I gave all the tuning tools to Ned, and very quickly he realized that if we give these big chunky turns, something really interesting comes out of it. And that is being able to strategize around how the enemies will behave. Because between every turn, you can see like every enemy is going to take exactly one action. They're either going to fire at you or they're going to move. And it allows you to learn the behaviors in a very easy way. But in bulk, that becomes a very interesting behavior. And I think that's what Ned struck upon. So he's 100% in charge of the design now.
I'm sort of still inspired to this day by original Doom and Doom 2's sort of enemy compositions. Each enemy modifies gameplay kind of while it's there, or modifies the situation. And so any 2 combinations of enemies or can create like something new and interesting, and then you factor in the environment rather than each single enemy just being like a set piece that's kind of one and done. I've done dumb shit. Like I'm pretty sure the Porber weapon was entirely because I was laughing at Morbius memes at the time. So I think that the entire reason I made that weapon actually was so I could have the description, it's Porbing time. Each biome has its own unique weapons and items as well as just enemies. In a lot of like modern roguelike games, you've got like kind of one weapon or item pool. For us, part of differentiating each world and having it feel really different, it's not just about like what you're fighting, it's about what your tools that are readily accessible are. And we'll mix it up a bit, so you know you're not just restricted to using the weapons of one biome in that same biome. But I think that means that as we add stuff, it's like they're supposed to feel like very different to each other. We get compared to Superhot a bit, because it's probably the closest kind of comparison. Yeah, if you like Hotline Miami and Into the Breach, yeah, if you like both those games, there's a fair shot you'll like this. If you're looking for a roguelike fix, but you're wanting something that's like turn-based and that's like kind of action-based and play at whatever speed kind of suits your mood, or if you're just interested in playing a kind of turn-based game that you've never played before, or if you hate turn-based games, this may be the one to turn you, because it is very approachable to people who generally don't like turn-based games that can be played more action-oriented.
So we will be releasing a demo, so definitely wishlist on Steam if you feel like you're interested in the game. But if you're very interested, you should definitely come along and join us on Discord. We've got a little community in there, and you can follow everything we're doing development-wise. Yeah, wishlist the game, and come say hello on Discord if you're interested.